If you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button and thumbs the video up, guys. So apparently, Anthony Joshua is calling out, or he wants to be in the ring or face Mr. Luis Ortiz. I'm guessing for April 13th. I guess he's looking at him as one choice of opponent. If Deontay Wilder's punk ass doesn't accept the fight, which he already didn't accept the fight, right? But you know, I thought that Anthony Joshua was afraid of Luis Ortiz, because if I'm not mistaken, when it came to Deontay Wilder fans, they were always claiming that Anthony Joshua, he was too afraid to face Luis Ortiz. He ducked Luis Ortiz. And that's why Deontay Wilder had to face Luis Ortiz, to show Anthony Joshua what a true champion does. True champions fight boogeymans like Luis Ortiz. So I guess that whole theory that Anthony Joshua is afraid of Luis Ortiz is just it just went down the drain, right? Because clearly he's not, if he's calling him out. You guys already know how I feel about Luis Ortiz. I felt that Luis Ortiz is a good fighter, but Luis Ortiz was a guy that had a padded record, and I was never impressed with his resume. I just wasn't. I don't know how you could call somebody a boogeyman, and the best guy he fought was a guy top 25. Boogeymans face guys top 10. They don't face one guy top 25 and then face nothing but top 60 guys. Luis Ortiz fought two back-to-back bums. So you know what? Hopefully this is true, and hopefully Anthony Joshua does get in the ring with Luis Ortiz, so we could see Luis Ortiz in a competitive fight for once in his life. Because Luis Ortiz loves to do this. He loves to fight one dude who's maybe a top 20 heavyweight and then go fighting nothing but bums. He's fought two back-to-back bums since losing against Deontay Wilder. So this will be a great opportunity for him. I mean, he said it himself. He called Luis Ortiz a coward. He said Luis Ortiz is the biggest coward in all. So let's see how, let's see who's the real coward. Will he accept this fight? Oh, and by the way, if this fight does get made, I won't be mad at it. Although I do think Dillian Whyte deserves it over Luis Ortiz, because Dillian Whyte actually has been fighting guys with pulses. He's been going out there hustling and grinding, unlike Luis Ortiz fighting Razvan Cajano and bum-ass Travis Kaufman. But people still think he's a boogeyman, Luis Ortiz. If he does fight him, and when Joshua beats him, because Joshua will beat Luis Ortiz if they do fight, give him credit, because I remember all these Deontay Wilder fans saying that, giving Deontay Wilder massive props for beating Luis King Kong Ortiz. They weren't considering the fact that he was up there in age. They weren't considering the fact that, he looked like shit against Luis Ortiz. They were just giving him props, right? So don't do a 360 on Anthony Joshua and then say, well, Luis Ortiz was up there in age. But I already know what's going to happen. If Luis Ortiz fights Anthony Joshua and Anthony Joshua beats Luis Ortiz, the excuses are never going to stop. You're going to hear this. Get this. You're going to hear this. Luis Ortiz hasn't been the same since he fought Deontay Wilder. That's what you're going to hear. The only reason Anthony Joshua beat Luis Ortiz is because Luis Ortiz hasn't been the same since he got knocked out against Deontay Wilder. That's what they're going to say. Oh, or Anthony Joshua was fighting Deontay Wilder as leftovers. That's what they're going to say. Absolutely ridiculous. And then they're gonna finally start saying the excuse that he's up there in age. When I was going around saying, Luis Ortiz is up there in age, people didn't like that. Oh, you're just saying that to discredit Deontay Wilder. You're just saying that to discredit Deontay Wilder. But watch these same people then say Luis Ortiz was up there in age if AJ knocked him out in his next fight in Wembley. That's what I'm saying. Hypocrites. So he was not up there in age a year ago, but when it came to Anthony Joshua facing him, he was up there in age, right? Yeah, all right. It just goes to show you, Anthony Joshua has a lot of haters. Anyway, guys, that's all I have to say. I'm out.